What's up, guys? I've been meaning to make a update video on my bike and I haven't got around to it. I got a lot of other footage I need to get edited, a lot of riding footage that I need to go through. It's, you know, when you record the GoPro, you're constantly recording, so you've got really a lot of footage to go through and edit out and that kind of thing. So I've got a lot of that I need to get up to get you guys some riding videos and that kind of thing. And I've also got another ride planned this weekend. I'm going to go to a trail riding thing. I didn't know it's so close, but over in my next town over, there's a small town called Bixby, and they've got a Viburnum Trail Riders Association. I think that's what it is called, but it's like VTRA, I think. But anyway, it's kind of like they plan it like once a month, and they'll do rides and that kind of thing on their trail system. It's only open during, you know, when they've got it open. So pretty much you've got to wait till then, but you can camp. It's a 2-day event, so I'm going to try to get to that this week, and I don't know if I'm going to camp because it's only 30 miles from here. But I may and I may not, depending on how I feel. But it's going to be some good riding. There's going to be a lot of dual sports there, a lot of dirt bikes and stuff, so I'm probably going to go down to that, and I'll get a lot of good footage from that, and I'll probably get that one up pretty quick, because that's going to be a little more interesting than some of the other riding. You know, it's a lot easier when I'm on trails all the time, but when I'm on a road, on a gravel road, or, you know, it's not as interesting footage, so I've kind of waited to do some of that. But anyway, today I'm just making a video. I've been looking for a GPS for a long time, and I've seen some of the ones I liked, and I've seen some of the ones I didn't like, mostly because of the price point. But I was looking at a Garmin GPS Map 64, and it's a small handheld one like this, and it's a mostly one that sits long ways, and it's got a little antenna. They're okay, but they're such a small screen. So I recently found that they make these Montana 600s, these Garmins, and you can flip these either way or whichever way you want. But pretty much this has got a lot bigger screen on it, not as big as the Garmin Nuvies that you see on a lot of motorcycles, but this will do just about the same thing. Pretty much, you know, you've got different profiles on here. You can go through recreational, geocaching, automotive, and they all have got their purpose. You know, like motorcycle might send you on a few different routes. I don't know if it's more, I've noticed when I'm on motorcycle, they'll send me down gravel roads, trails, you know, anything if I'm willing to go that way, you know. And it's kind of cool. And then when you go to like automotive, it's going to keep you on paved roads and that kind of thing. And then of course geocaching is for mostly like hiking and stuff. And I don't know if recreational and geocaching are close to the same. And probably fitness too is one of the same, you know, where you're walking around. But pretty much, you know, if you click geocaching, you can look up your waypoints here. Like I've got downloaded a lot of waypoints. Like all of these here that I've downloaded these are geocaches, and you can see that they're you know, within half a mile of me or a mile, or you know, I've got all the ones that are 30 miles away. So I've kind of got into geocaching a little bit. It's kind of fun. I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on it, because pretty much once you're done geocaching in your area, you've got to drive to the next town, you know, which can be fun because you're going to find spots that you normally wouldn't have went, you know. So it's kind of fun when you've got a GPS to kind of do that. But you can also, you know, check your tracks and save tracks, and you can only really do your save your tracks when you're in like a walking mode, not on your motorcycle or your car mode, because it'll actually show when you open up the map, you can see this the green lines and stuff, as opposed to the blue ones. That's actually some roads that I've driven on and that kind of thing, and it kind of marks your trail. Then you can kind of hit save tracks and that kind of thing, and you can save, like if you went to a new trail system, you can save that trail system and then upload it, show it to somebody else and that kind of thing. And it also lets you zoom in a lot farther, so you can actually get down and see what you're doing. And then like if you went on here and you or if you went back to the menu and you hit where to, which is your navigation, you could go to certain coordinates, waypoints you've downloaded, like that would be geocaches. I could load up any of those geocaches. You can go to photos where you've taken a photo that's got a longitude, latitude, location. You can do tracks, points of interest like gas stations, restaurants, addresses, intersections, anything you want really, and it'll lead you right to it. But pretty much when you're on like a hiking mode like geocaching, it doesn't lead you on the main road, so you'd have to switch over to like automotive or your motorcycle, then it'll lead you actually on roads when you hit go, you know, and it navigates you there. So it's pretty neat. I'm gonna have to throw up a full review on it. I just kind of wanted to do an update to show you you know, that I've got it and everything, and it's pretty cool because pretty much they've actually got a motorcycle mount for it. You know, it runs off a RAM mount, pretty much a basic RAM mount, and then it comes up into this charging dock, and I'll have to take it off here. It's got a like a little screw that you put in on the top. Well, it's already in there, and it doesn't actually come out. It's like one of them that just backs out and it just stops there. But it's like it's got a special star bit to it that comes on a tool, and it's got a cap for it and everything. But pretty much you just loosen it off there. It's not as easy with one hand. I normally don't lock it unless I'm going on a long ride, and it kind of prevents somebody from stealing it also, and it just prevents it from vibration, like taking it out. So pretty much that screw just kind of pops up and it hangs there. Then you can actually press this button on the side and it takes it out, and then it, you know, that's a charging mount and everything, so pretty much it just beeped at me, and I can either turn it off or stay on when you take it off the dock. And then you can see back here it's got the points, and that's all the charging and data wires, and it's also got an audio that comes out of there. Then you've got a little cap, so if you've washing your bike or something, you could put the cap down there on it. And it all mounts up here to a RAM amps mount with a 1-inch ball, and it, you know, RAM mounts are really strong, they're durable, and they're not too expensive. It's the part up here that's expensive. Everything else, the connecting everything to your motorcycle or your car, that's usually pretty cheap. But it's everything else that's expensive. You know, like this thing was like 35 bucks, I think. But it's worth it, because then you can mount this in here, it charges it and everything. And then when you go geocaching, you can just pop it off your bike and then walk through the woods or down the trail to the geocache and that kind of thing. So it's really cool. And of course you can take it out and put it in your car. So I'm going to actually get a car mount for this, because this is 100% IPX7 or whatever they call it, waterproof. I don't know if it's submersible, but it is waterproof to a certain degree. So that's mainly why I wanted it for the motorcycle, because I want a waterproof GPS that I can ride in the rain with and that kind of thing. And that's what this one is. So, but yeah, it works extremely well. Another cool feature about it, you can take this back off. It's got a rechargeable battery, but also if you run out of that battery, you can pop it out and put in 3 AA batteries here and run off battery. So that's kind of a cool feature. I like that. But anyway, like I said, I'll put up a full review on it. I just kind of wanted to show you what I've kind of been messing with lately, and it should work good on the trail system this weekend, because you can actually go on here and go online and download these map overlays. So if you see like this red trail here, that's an overlay trail, and it overlays on my main map, and that just shows me some trails, you know, that I could go. That they're not going to be 100% rideable on a motorcycle, but you know, some of them are and some of them aren't. But like the trail system I'm going to, you know, I'm pretty sure it's marked on here. Like all these red trails on here, these little dotted ones, those are all trails you can mess around on and that kind of thing. And those aren't marked on a map anywhere. These are actually maps that you download online that are trails, you know, for your state. So you're not going to find them on your normal maps. It's all downloaded and it's all overlays. Like when we get up in this area, you can see there's a couple trails there, you know. So it's pretty neat, the things you can do on it, and it's fully navigatable. When you buy it, you do have to buy, you know, no Garmin GPS comes with the maps already on it. You get a base map. It's not navigatable. You can't say, hey, take me here, and it's going to direct you there. They just don't do it out of the box. That's just something with Garmin. I don't know if all GPS is like that, but pretty much you just pay $59 and you can get any maps of all 49 states, and you can hit go and they'll navigate you anywhere. But I wouldn't recommend that if you've got a phone. I mean, don't buy one of these just to navigate, because you can do it free on your phone with Google Maps, you know. This is mainly for something for a motorcycle, because, you know, your phone isn't waterproof. Like I could put my phone there, that's fine, but it's not waterproof, you know. And that's why I got this, because it's waterproof. I can navigate it, and I can also download all these different map trail systems, and that's one thing that you can't really do on Google. I mean, you can look them up on your phone, but you can't, you know, download them and put overlays over them and navigate to them and that kind of thing. So it's really neat GPS. It's kind of expensive. You know, I seen them going on eBay. I was bidding on one, but it got up to $300 with $15 shipping. And I ordered this one straight from Garmin for $349 with free shipping on Amazon. and that's with a 2-year warranty. This was 100% refurbished through Garmin, came straight from Garmin, so it's basically a brand new unit that was refurbished. I mean, it came out of the box all in the plastic, didn't have a scratch on it, looked like it had never been used in its life. So I don't know what they do when they refurbish, but they do a good job, and I would really recommend paying that before you go pay $400 or $500 for a new one of these. And then, you know, just buy the maps and get the base unit. You know, this is a Montana 600. They've got the 650T that's got a camera built in. I mean, I don't know why you'd need that. I've got a camera. I've got 3 different cameras, including my phone that I usually have with me. You know, I have a good DSLR that I bring with me. I have this new Samsung ST201 that takes 16 megapixel pictures, and then I have my phone. You know, so there's no reason to have all that. And also what they do when you get the 650, it comes with topo maps, which you don't even need those really. They're not that great, and you can get them free online anyway. So don't pay for the 650. Just get the base unit, the 600, and especially if you want it for a motorcycle. And it mounts up there, and it mounts perfect. I mean, you can mount this anywhere with different RAM mounts on the bottom. You can mount it down here, but I didn't want it to block any of this, you know. And you could actually put some kind of mount there and mount it up here, but it would still be blocking stuff to a certain extent, so I didn't want to do that. But anyway, if you're looking for a GPS, I'd definitely recommend this one, because you know, I can take this off of here and take it to the car, you know, and use it that way. But it's pretty neat, and I'll probably throw up a full review on it once I've used it. I've only had it about maybe a week, maybe like something like that, 5-6 days. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more time with it and that kind of thing. But so far it's pretty awesome, as opposed to using your phone, and you know, your phone doesn't have, it has, you know, most people's phone has GPS. I have a really nice phone. I have an HTC M8. It was, you know, top of the line last year, and now they've got the M10 out and that kind of thing, and it's still top of the line. You know, it'll do more than most phones. I mean, it's got a couple gigs of RAM, which most phones nowadays only come with, you know, a gig or something, you know, and then the top of the line ones have up to, like, I think 4 gig. But the thing with your phone is that they'll do GPS, but they're not that great of GPS. They'll only acquire, you know, a couple satellites, whereas on here, these have the Gloss Now system in them. It's Glossness or Gloss Now, something as opposed to that. And you can see on here all the satellites you can connect to. All them satellites in green, I'm connected to every one of them. So I've got GPS on cloudy days. I mean, it's not, you're going to lose a couple satellites, whether it's cloudy or rainy and that kind of thing, but you're not going to lose many. And on a phone, you've only got a couple satellites that you connect to at any time. And if it's cloudy or you lose signal, your GPS is almost useless at points. And you can see I'm accurate right now within up to 13 foot of within 13 foot of something, you know. So I mean, with all them satellites, that's the main thing you want a GPS for, is if you're having a problem out on trails, out in the woods or something, and you know, these are just perfect. I mean, it's accurate within 10 foot now. It's just acquired more satellite signal, so it's, you know, it goes anywhere between 10 to 15 foot, and depending on where you're at, you know, you might get up to 30 or 40 foot at some areas, but it's still going to be 100 times better than what a cell phone would receive for a GPS signal. So it's really neat unit, and I definitely recommend it. But I'm going to put a full review on it once I get more going on it. It was a bit of a learning curve to be able to download the maps and use the Garmin programs, and I must say some of Garmin's programs are just absolute junk, and I don't really like them. But you know, once you get by those quirks and you actually get the stuff on your phone, it's fine. But yeah, I'll throw up a review on it. I know I said that a couple times, but anyway, I'll probably end the video here, and you know, I've got some stuff going, so stay tuned for some trail rides and that kind of thing, especially this week. And after this weekend, hopefully I'm going to have a lot of trail riding footage for you, and hopefully we'll get some camping in this weekend. I was supposed to go canoeing, but it looks like it might rain, so my brother said we're probably not going to go, but that's fine with me. I kind of wanted to ride this weekend, so that's cool. Alright guys, I appreciate everybody watching, and stay tuned for some more updates and more riding footage.